shine in the quickening sunlight. Dance the song of your New Year's birth. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year turns around, but the wood in springtime does not care what the winter brings. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year turns around, but the wood in springtime does not care what the winter brings. When the leaves are long in the days of summer and the light drifts through them cool and green, the great trees stir in their dreaming sleep and sing slow tales of the years they've seen. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the tale unfolds. The year turns on, but the wood in summer has no thought for the winter's cold. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the tale unfolds. The year turns on, but the wood in summer has no thought for the winter's cold. Blackberry, hazel and elderberry hang heavy and ripe in the shortening days. Bright as a banner, the autumn leaves burn red in the old sun's dying rays. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The year burns on and the wood in autumn gathers itself for the winter's pain. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The year burns on and the wood in autumn gathers itself for the winter's pain. When winter bites and the leaves have fallen, through the hawthorn cold winds run, through dwindling days, the cool-leaved holly keeps safe the memory of the sun. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year burns low, but the winter wood still holds the memory of the spring. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year burns low, but the winter wood still holds the memory of the spring. Still holds the memory.
Bonjour, Cordia. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, or if you are watching a recording of this Alban Eilir ceremony, brought to you by the Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids. So let me see where you're all from. A big welcome to you. We've got near Frankfurt, Germany, California, Texas. We've got Chippenham, Southeast Ireland, Central Ireland, wonderful. Bavaria, Maine, still dark at the moment from Australia. Well done for getting up. I'm very impressed. Montana, Vermont, and Sweden. Where else have we got people? Portugal, Germany again, snowy Alaska. It's been sunny here today in Ireland, thank goodness. Las Vegas, the Chilterns in UK, Netherlands, wonderful. North Carolina, New Mexico, Vancouver Island, Norfolk Island, Australia, San Francisco. It's just wonderful to see you all here today. And I also just shout out to our brothers and sisters in the Southern Hemisphere who are celebrating Alban Elfet, the autumn equinox. So let me bring you over to, we're going to the US today, to northern New Mexico, and I would like to introduce you to the Red Willow Seed Group.
Hi, bright blessings to you. I'm Malia Powell, co-founder of the Red Cedar Seed Group in Taos, New Mexico. We're located in the high desert of the Southern Rockies, nestled alongside the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. We take our name from two places, the red willows that line the waterways and acequias here, and from the indigenous peoples of this place, the Tiwa peoples of the Taos Pueblo, who've endured the seizure and occupation of their homelands by both the Spanish Crown and the United States government. Yet they still retain their sacred responsibilities to this land, its spirits, and to all the living beings who reside here. We hold their name in deep respect and gratitude for those continued relations and hope that we also honor those lands in a good way. In today's ceremony, I'll be the assistant herald, the South, and the storyteller.
Greetings. I'm Jenna from the foothills of the Southern Rocky Mountains, where this morning we have 18 inches of snow to celebrate our Alban Eilir. And it's absolutely glorious, magical, sparkly white snow and a blue sky. So, and I'm wearing red willow.
My name is Mary. My husband David and I live in Penasco, New Mexico, which is the home of my ancestors for many generations back. We own a gallery and we run an Airbnb here called Ma Creative and the Penasco Arts Lodge.
And I'm David. Like Mary said, we're coming to you from Penasco, New Mexico, the lands of the Picuris Pueblo. There's a beautiful little mountain village of about 1,200 people.
Hi, I'm Catherine Bauer. I'm honored to be a guest of Red Willow. I live in Durango, Colorado, about 3.5 hours north of Taos, New Mexico, which Durango is very snowy right now. And we're all asking ourselves if this winter is going to end. I trust that it will. Thank you all for being here.
I'm Billy the Bard, also known as Oak, and I live in Rancho de Taos. I live in the ranch lands of Taos, and we've got a lot of snow, and the Kaliak is still here with us.
Hi, I'm Julie Hawley. I live in the Open Mesas, just 10 minutes from Taos, and I'm a co-owner of Taos Herb Company, and I'm a harpist.
Jenna?
Hi. So I'm going to take you into our lands a little bit. Just imagine that you're walking on a path through pinon pine and juniper, and a flock of pinon jays just whirls squawking from a tree overhead. They fly like beep, 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 beep. They cry over your head, and then they disappear. On the path before you, a jackrabbit hare suddenly appears, and she stops for a moment, regarding you with bright eyes. Then she darts behind a sagebrush and runs off to the east. But you continue on, leaving the lowlands, and your way leads uphill into the mountain forest. Eventually, stately ponderosa pines tower overhead, and a spring wind through their needles sounds like the rush of the sea. The trail winds up through a meadow with a small stream edged with thickets of red willow and narrow-leafed cottonwood. Deer and elk watch from the meadow's edge, but the black bears still slumber in their mountain caves below the snowy peaks. Onward you climb, hearing the spring call of the chickadees and the piercing wild cry of a red-tailed hawk. And at last you find yourself in an aspen forest. Beautiful white tree trunks rise all about you, and black markings look like wise eyes on the pale trees, and buds cluster brown on their branches. The path is dark with damp, round leaves that fell last autumn like golden coins from the aspen trees. As you walk through the aspens, you come to the edge of that grove and you enter another area where evergreens cluster deep along the trail. And the snow is very deep on either side of your magical trail, where the shadows lie under the trees. The snow is very deep. And now you notice up ahead that 2 tall fir trees form a gateway. It's right in the west, and you walk to this magical gate. You pause a moment, waiting for the forest to invite you to enter this sacred space. And when the time is right, you walk through the trees. You find yourself in an open grove, surrounded by tall spruce and other pine trees and a few aspens. And in the center of this wide open circle, rough grass lies flattened and brown from the recently melted snow. But you can sense the new green shoots are stirring in the earth, waiting to pop up. And the bright sun appears suddenly behind the scudding clouds. And everything is warm in the New Mexico sun in this high meadow. You walk sunwise around the circle's edge until you are facing the east. And you turn out and you salute the east. Then you turn inwards, facing the center of the circle. With warmth in your heart, you see all of us gathered here together in this beautiful mountain grove. And so our ceremony begins. By the power of star and stone, by the power of the land within and without, by all that is fair and free, we welcome you to this rite of Alban Eilir, the spring equinox, in the order of bards, ovates, and druids.
We come from east and west, north and south, yet we are together here today to seek peace within ourselves and throughout the world.
Let us take 3 breaths together with the earth beneath us, together with the sky above us, together with the sea around us.
You need to unmute, David.
With the blessings of earth, sea, and sky, may our ceremony begin.
Spirit of this place, spirit of this circle, we ask for your blessings, your guidance, and your inspiration.
Prayer for peace, or the prayer to the directions for peace. This will be done a little alternatively, so listen carefully. By the air, which is her breath, may there be peace in the east. By the fires of her passion, may there be peace in the south. By the waters of her womb, may there be peace in the west. And by the earth, which is her body, may there be peace in the north.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
Let us join in the prayer that unites all druids.
Mother, Father God, Great Spirit, and all of our ancestors, grant us your protections, and in protection strength, and in strength understanding, and in understanding knowledge, and in knowledge the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice the love of it, and in the love of justice the love of all existence, and the love of all existence the love of spirit and all goodness.
Now let us consecrate the circle with water and with fire.
May our circle be purified and blessed with the element of water.
May our circle be purified and blessed with the element of fire.
We gather as equals in our physical form here upon the earth. Each presence is a blessing, and with every breath we take, we breathe peace, light, and life into this circle.
Let the circle be cast for the good of all beings. Let the four directions be honored, and let the gateway and of the quarters be open, that power, peace, radiance may enter our circle for the good of all beings.
With the blessings of the hawk, of dawn soaring in the clear, pure air, we call upon the powers of the east.
With the blessings of the great stag and the great snake of prophecy, we call upon the powers in the south.
With the blessings of the salmon of wisdom, who dwells in the waters of the sacred pool, we call upon the powers of the west.
With the blessing of the great bear of the starry heavens and the deep and fruitful earth, we call upon the powers of the north. May the harmony of our circle be complete.
I proclaim the festival of Alban Eilir, the light of the earth, at the time of the spring equinox.
I proclaim the symmetry of day and night.
I proclaim the equipoise of summer and winter.
I proclaim the time of natural balance.
Glory to the shining ones, the hosts of heaven.
Glory to the peace-giving powers of the green earth and her waters.
Glory to the life-giving powers of sun and moon.
Glory to the powers of the underworld and of inner balance.
Now our day and night in perfect balance. We stand at the threshold of dark and light. Today, each one of us shall pass through the doorway as we enter the bright half of the year. Behold, the Mabon speaks as the harbinger of spring.
In this time-honored sign, I offer you a symbol of peace.
We thank the Mabon for this gift, signifying the living power of the 3 bars of light.
There is one within our circle. She is the Lady Keridven, and we greet her now and bid her welcome.
I offer to this circle and for this celebration these flowers, symbol of this that spring is here.
As we get the harp ready to do a journey, I would like to mention a couple of things. For one, we'll be doing a journey. So if at any time you're uncomfortable, you can leave. I recommend eating something, having a little something to eat, and for sure eat something when you're done. Protein is great. Chocolate is great. Any of those kind of grounding type things. Also, after the journey, we will play a little jig and we invite you to get up and dance. We can't see you. You're safe. You can do all the wiggling you want. So you guys can turn off your, no, don't turn off your cameras. So we're going to start now and go into this journey. So let's let the harp start. breathe deep into your center. That place right below the heart and right above the navel. Breathe deep into that center. That is your power spot. You can come back to that at any time. Now take a deep breath and send this energy down into your feet. Now take a deep breath and let that energy go down into the earth. And as it goes into the earth, it becomes your roots. This roots will ground you, keep you grounded while you're journeying. Send that energy down into your landscape where it's going to just hold onto the earth, the bones of your ancestors, the compost beneath us. Now take a deep breath and bring that back up to your feet. But keep that ground. Now bring it up to your center. Now bring it up to the top of your head. If it's comfortable, put your arms up. Take a deep breath and send that energy up like branches. And see those branches connecting to all the people all over the world that is here with us in this ritual and this journey. Now take a deep breath, bring it back down. Bring it to the soles of your feet, bring the earth back up, and let it mix into your center. And as it mixes in your center, you open your eyes within the grove, not your physical eyes, and you see this magnificent grove that Jenna invoked around us. Take a minute to look around your grove. Do you see a power animal? Do you see one of your guides? If you do, invite them over because we're going to take a little journey out of this grove. Invite them to go with you. Now look around the grove at all of us. Do you see us all? We're all going to go together. All right? So in the southwest in your grove, there's an opening. So I'm leading with my wand and my staff, and follow me out of the grove. And we start to go out of the grove, and the woods are all around us. These woods that Jenna explained so beautifully is all around us. And we keep going. We're on a strong path. You may want to look down at your feet. Keep a little more grounding, and you keep going. And as you go and you wind down, you start to see these beautiful pinon trees. These are kind of short trees, and they have this beautiful, beautiful scent. Their scent is pinon, this pinon scent that is beautiful, and it's also purifying. It's a cedar. Let this purify you now. And now you stand at the edge of this cliff and you look out over the sea of sage. And the trail goes down into the sage. And as you're walking through the sage, the sage is a little different than maybe the sage you're thinking of if you're in Europe. The sage is kind of pokey, and it really, really smells strong. And there's miles of it. You may see some sheep grazing. You may see some longhorned sheep. As you keep going, now keep going, you're going down, we're spiraling down until we reach this huge, huge cliff. And it is this beautiful southwest reddish orange. And there's markings on this cliff. Look at these markings. These markings are petroglyphs of the Southwest. There's water markings, there's birds, there's spirals, and there's also symbols that are also in Europe that's so interesting. And there's also these beings, and we don't know who these beings are. My friend Malia may know as we head down. Now there's a beautiful cave opening, and this beautiful cave opening is yoni shaped. And we all just start to go within this cave. And this cave opens, but then continues to go down. And if you want, you can pick up a lantern that's along here, and you can check out the petroglyphs as you go down. If you feel ungrounded, look at your feet again, or feel your feet, and keep going down and down and down. And now this opens to a great cave, a circular cave. And there's a fire in the middle of that cave. And in the middle of this cave sits the storyteller.
This is how I heard it. I offer apologies to my elders for any mistakes I make in sharing this story of prophecy with you. On the Hopi lands in Black Mesa near Orobai, in what is now Arizona, there's a rock with a pictograph depicting a story, a prophecy that has been repeated, the elders tell us, since as far back as human memory reaches. The pictograph begins with a large, one-hearted person, often described as the Great Spirit. A single path arises from this figure at a diagonal and then splits into two paths that run parallel yet separate from one another. There are 2 points where the two roads are connected by a short line or a bridge between them. The first relates to the coming of the white people to the North American continent. The second bridge represents what the Hopi say is the last opportunity for humans to return to the path of life that respects all nature. If this return is not chosen, those on the upper path, that of technology and disrespect for Mother Earth, face a zigzag road that disintegrates and vanishes. On that upper road, there are 3 two-hearted people, people who are not one with themselves, and a final one-hearted person close to the bridge of return. The Hopi say that those who honor the ancient path of life will survive whatever times of purification come. It's important to know that the Hopi believe humans currently live in the 4th world, that 3 previous human worlds were destroyed when people became greedy, worshiped technology as a god, fought and hurt each other, and repeatedly forgot the ethical teaching we've been given to honor the earth as a source of life and sustenance. 3 apocalypses occurred, by fire, by ice, by flood. Now, Hopi story keepers tell us of the warning signs of the 4th apocalypse: unusual storms and earthquakes, fires and flood, lightning and hurricanes, and a time when there is more sickness that can be cured during an era when the seasons themselves seem to be changing their patterns. These are signs that the earth is responding to abusive, careless human. My own indigenous ancestors from the Great Lake and eastern woodlands of North America tell a strikingly similar story. We are told that we are living in the time of the 7th fire, a time when tribal peoples begin to recover much of what has been lost to us during colonization. During this time, all tribal peoples who endured colonization have begun to go back and recover the stories, the knowledges, the practices of our ancestors, to relearn ancient ways of being in relation to one another and to the land itself. Even as we do, though, we see on the horizon a path that forks into 2 directions. On one side, the path is steep, made of blackened cinders and the remains of asphalt, with all life burned to ash, littered with the technology that our society has become so addicted to and that drains the life from Mother Earth. On the other side, the path is green, lazily curving through a field of flowers with a vibrant wood in the distance. At the grove in that wood, there is a stone circle waiting for us to light the 8th fire, a fire that signals a time of peace and nurturing relations with the earth. It is said that only people of the 7th fire, those that have learned to integrate old ways with new in a manner that is still respectful of Mother Earth, who live in good, responsible relations with her, can lead humanity down that green path. It is our duty. Otherwise, humanity will choose the charred path and we will disappear from the earth. As we gather today for this rite of Alban Eilir, we may dedicate ourselves to doing what we can, each of us and all of us together, to walk that green and peaceful path that lights the eighth fire. My story has been told. It's yours now. Do with it what you will. Carry this prophecy close to your heart and share it. With that, I return you to the guide on this journey.
All right, everybody start to circle up. As the heart plays, I will send you back. Now, again, look for your guide. I'm all in green, the ovate. Look for your guide. There I am with my wand and my staff. And we are going to start out of the cave. We're going to start up the path. Remember those beautiful red rock walls, but now we're going up. We're going up, up, up. Now look at your feet. Keep grounded as we head up, up through this cave. It narrows. You can touch the sides, and suddenly there's an opening. A womb-shaped opening. You're coming back into the world. You're coming back to Mother Earth. You've been within her womb, within the cave. And now you can smell the sage as you leave the cave, and the sage is all around you. And you start to walk through these beautiful mesas of sage, and you can see the beautiful pinon ahead of you. Just keep going, and then now we've reached the pinon. Feel that purification of sage and pinon as we head up and we head towards our grove. We head up through the pinon. Now we're heading into a deeper, darker forest as we wind up this trail to the opening of the grove that sits in the southwest corner of the grove. And we all circle around together. We all come back together. And we all look at each other in our psychic eyes within the grove. We look at each other. Now take a couple of breaths and find that center again. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, pat your sides. Come back into the circle. Come back. The grove kind of fades, but it's still there. And now we are going to play a little jig to really ground us. One more. We are back.
Father, Son, Spirit,
Mother, moon, body.
Wake and cross into the light.
As seeds are sown in earth, so are they sown in our hearts, minds, and lives. Let those who wish take a moment now to think of how they wish to sow peace in their own lives and spheres of influence.
I speak for the seed of life now and forever. Be renewed.
I speak for the blessings of water, the power of love, now and forever. Be blessed.
May the warmth and light of the growing days bring seed into fruit.
At this time of equinox, we ask and give thanks for the blessings of the sacred hair in all its names and forms across the world, that we may welcome the promise of rebirth, the blessing of the goddess, and the guidance of our intuition.
Let us join hands in this grove. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand.
Mark, O spirits, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow.
We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand.
Mark, O spirits, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow.
We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand.
Mark, O spirits, hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow.
You need to unmute, Catherine.
Oh, may the spirits of the four directions be thanked for their blessings.
In the name of the great bear of the starry heavens and of the element of earth, we thank the powers of the north.
In the name of the salmon of wisdom and the element of water, we thank the powers of the west.
In the name of the great stag, the great stake, and the element of fire, we thank the powers in the south.
In the name of the hawk of dawn and of the element air, we thank the powers of the east.
May we go in peace.
And may we radiate peace throughout the circle of all life.
And now it is time to undo this circle that has embodied, it looks like the whole world. You know, we're all over the place. So I'm going to sing us a little song. May the circle be open but unbroken. May the love of the gods be ever in our heart. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. It is now the hour of recall. As the light fades down, may it be relit in your heart. May you carry this ritual into the springtime that is opening up around us. Well, not really here at 7,000 feet, but it's coming, I swear. Nikali, I just needed to give us another kiss on the cheek. May our memory hold what the eye and the ear had gained.
And here in the mountains, remember, the snow is the water of spring. That's what gives us the green. So we end in peace as we began in peace. Let us retire in peace and joy until we meet again.
May the blessings of Spirit be always with us. I declare this ceremony of Alban Eilir is closed in the apparent world. May its inspiration continue within our beings.
Thank you all, and you can begin saying goodbye, starting with Julie. You need to unmute.
Thank you, Billy, for inviting me to be a guest. This was a beautiful ceremony. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you all.
Billy, sometimes known as Oak, Billy the Bard, saying goodbye from a very snowy ranch lands of northern New Mexico.
This is Catherine saying goodbye from Durango, Colorado, in the mountains at 7,500 feet. Yes, the kayak is still kissing us goodbye. Very long goodbye. Blessings upon you all.
This is David, thanking you for joining us from Penasco, New Mexico at 8,080 feet, where the snow is 2 feet deep today.
Thank you for inspiring us to change out of our pajamas today and come be with you. Come visit us in New Mexico sometime.
Farewell from these snowy mountains, and may peace be in your heart all spring. May it blossom like the flowers.
Goodbye. Thank you so much for coming and letting us be a part of this worldwide ritual. May you carry these stories and this ritual in your heart as you go forward.
Well, thank you all for being here to hold space with us, and a big thanks to the Red Willow Seed Group from New Mexico. Thank you all for being here, and I see your lovely comments. It's just wonderful that we're able to hold these ceremonies online, you know, reinforcing what a wonderful community we have within the order. And it's not just order members who watch these ceremonies, but they're open to others as well. So, Banachti Connacht an Or, or Connacht an Ari, Díobh go léir, the blessings of the spring equinox to you. And for those Connacht an Or, the blessings of the autumn equinox for those in the southern hemisphere. Blessings of Alban Eilir to you all. Until we meet again for our Bealtaine ceremony, Slán go fóill.
The spring. Breezes blow through the woods in springtime, roots drink deep from the wakened earth. Young leaves shine in the quickening sunlight, dance the song of the New Year's birth. The dance goes on and is never ending, the circle turns and the singer sings. The year turns round but the wood in springtime does not care what the winter brings. The dance goes on and is never ending, the circle turns and the singer sings. The year turns round but the wood in springtime does not care what the winter brings. When the leaves are long in the days of summer and the light drifts through them cool and green, the great trees stir in their dreaming sleep and sing slow tales of the years they've seen. The dance goes on and is never ending, the circle turns and the tale unfolds. The year turns on but the wood in summer has no thought for the winter's cold. The dance goes on and is never ending, the circle turns and the tale unfolds. The year turns on but the wood in summer has no thought for the winter's cold. Blackberry, hazel and elderberry hang heavy and ripe in the shortening days. Bright as a banner, the autumn leaves burn red in the old sun's dying rays. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The year burns on and the wood in autumn gathers itself for the winter's pain. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and returns again. The year burns on and the wood in autumn gathers itself for the winter's pain. When winter bites and the leaves have fallen, through the hawthorn cold winds run, through dwindling days the cool-leaved holly keeps safe the memory of the sun. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year burns low, but the winter wood still holds the memory of the spring. The dance goes on and is never ending. The circle turns and the singer sings. The year burns low, but the winter wood still holds the memory of the spring. Still holds the memory